So if you're feeling small or inconsequential, or you feel like you don't matter, let me share something with you. Years ago when I was building my house, I worked with the carpenter every single day. I was with him day in, day out. And man, I noticed he had all these great power tools that he would use. And man, he had big saws and just all kinds of crazy tools for building cabinets and all this crazy stuff. Man, we worked on the house day in and day out. And there were different phases to the house. And I noticed there was different times of the building that he would bring out different big tools to use. And some tools got used more than others. And some were really noisy and some were massive tools. And, some he only used just for, certain projects. But I kept noticing day in and day out, I noticed there was one tool that he used over and over again. There was one tool that he never worked without. You might think that it was some big, massive, awesome tool, but it wasn't. It was just a simple number 2 pencil that he kept tucked behind his ear, or sometimes in the bill of his hat. And I watched him day in and day out. He would reach for that pencil, and he would reach for that pencil. And I realized that this big home that I live in, thank God for it, could not have been built without that little pencil. He probably could have built the house without the power tools. He would have found a way. But that pencil and the mark of that pencil is all over the house that we built. Every cut, every joint, every piece of finish, even in the concrete that pencil was used to lay out before the foundation was poured. And by the time the cabinets were built, that pencil had been used. There's not a place or any part of this house that pencil did not make its mark. And it might be 15 or 20 cents down at the hardware store, but that pencil, man, it's really what built this house. So if you're feeling small and you're feeling unnoticed and you're feeling like you're not seen, you're probably like that pencil. You're probably making marks all around you in life, but just not making a big noise. And sometimes I feel like, well, I'm not making enough noise. I need to make more noise. No, I'm telling you what I really want. I want to be tucked behind the ear of the carpenter. If I am tucked behind the ear of the carpenter so that whenever he needs me, he can reach for me and grab me and use me, then that's how I want to be used. It doesn't matter if I make a big splash. It doesn't matter if people talk about how much power or horsepower I have. Really what matters is that I'm in the hand of the carpenter and I'm close to the carpenter. And he is got me right where he needs me, where he can reach for me, and I'm there. That could be where you are in your life. You may feel overlooked. You may feel like nobody would miss me. Nobody would miss me if I wasn't even here. I'm telling you, people would, and the carpenter would, because you're a tool that he uses over and over again. Sometimes small, sometimes inconsequential, but I promise you the carpenter's reaching for you. Let me tell you one more thing before I go. Crazy thing is, time after time, I watched him reach for that pencil. And because of all the work that pencil was doing, it got dull. It got dull over and over again. But you know what I watched him do? I watched him pull out a pocket knife, and I watched him sharpen that pencil. Cut away a little piece of it, a little piece, a little piece, a little piece. And as he would cut away from the pencil, it would reveal the point of the pencil, the purpose of the pencil, and he could make those marks all over again. Can I tell you that knife, that sharp sword, that cutting blade is the Word of God, and it will cut the things away from you that you don't need. And when you feel yourself getting dull in serving and you feel yourself getting dull in ministry, let me give you a word. Go to the Word and let the Word sharpen away. It's going to hurt a little bit. You won't be the same as you were before, but you will be sharper and you will be pointed and you will be focused and you will be what the carpenter needs you to be if you allow his sword of the Word to carve away on you. This has been too long. God bless. I love y'all. I hope that's for somebody today. It was definitely for me. I ran into an old student this weekend that I had many years ago in school, and she reminded me of me sharing that illustration in chapel, and I haven't been able to get it out of my mind. So I pray it's a blessing to you today. You matter. It doesn't matter how small you feel. You really matter. I'm telling you, the house of God can't be built without you. Don't forget that. God bless.